everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs. Today is all about Christmas cards, and it is never too soon or too late to start your Christmas cards. So today I have a set of 3 of them, and they feature the little cardinal, the little bird, Christmas bird, and they are layered cards. They are super easy to do. There's lots of layers that just make them really pretty. They do fit in the A2 envelope, and I've got a bunch of different ones. This is the A2 with the liner, and then there's just a regular one. If you use the liner, you can either use your own printed paper or you can add a pattern to it, whatever you want. So all 3 of these cards have lots of layers, and they all have a little printable sentiment. And as we work on the cards, I will show you each individual one. But if you don't want that sentiment, you can just leave it blank. You can print the blank. There's a blank one, so you can just print the blank one. Or you can handwrite or stamp, or you can just leave the sentiment off. Whatever you want to do to make your card special and unique to you. So we're going to start with the 2 birds, this card right here, and I will show you the pieces, and then I will go ahead and assemble it. So this one has a little printable. It says peace, joy, and happiness, and it prints out black and white, so it'll look just like this when you print it. And then we have 4 little snowflakes. And I cut those out of pink. You can do them whatever color you want. And then we have our bird. So it has a wing and the body and then the background. And the background, the only piece that is going to show is the eye and the beak. So you'll want to cut this out of whatever color you want your eye and your beak to do. I did black. And then with the bird and the wing, I actually cut them out of 2 different colors of red. You could do the same red color and either pop this wing up or ink it up, just something so that it doesn't blend right into the body. Then you have the small bird, and same thing, it has 3 pieces. I tried to make this as easy as could be. You have the berries, you have your floral, we have a scalloped frame. Then you have this backdrop that has the dots cut out from it. There is also just a solid piece if you would rather not do the dots. And then you'll have your card base. And your card base will show through those dots and give it the background look. Again, if you wanted to do this in a different color or you wanted your background to not have the dots, there is a solid piece included. So then to assemble this is really pretty simple. For this, you're going to score your card. I had already done mine. So you're going to score your card in half, and then you'll take your dotted background or whichever background you want to use, and I'm just going to add some glue because this has the dots. I don't want the tape to seep through, and I'm just going to put the glue in a few places. Make sure that you get it on the edges, and then just in a couple of places. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're just going to center it onto the front of the card. Just like so. Step is we have the frame, so I'm going to put tape on the frame, or you could do glue, doesn't matter. I usually tend to put tape on my bigger pieces and glue on my smaller pieces. And then we'll go ahead and put that on the frame, covering up the edge of that background piece. Just like so. Oops, it's sticking to my finger. Okay, next up is we're going to put the floral leaves on. And so again, you're just going to put a little bit of glue on the leaves. You don't have to get every one of them, but you want to get enough that it holds it down and doesn't pop up when you're trying to slide it in and out of the envelope. Whoops, I dropped that. And I'm just going to put it so it kind of hangs over a little bit off of the mat, but you don't want it to hang over the edge of your card or it won't fit into the envelope. And then I'm going to take the berries and I'm going to put them on. Again, just a little bit of glue. And I like to use these little needle nose glue bottles. They're actually called quilling bottles. I just fill them up with my favorite glue. Okay, and now let's go ahead and build our birds next. So for our little one, we want our little one to face right. So I'm going to take his body and just add some glue to it. Match up the body and the hair, and then you can take the wing and you could poke that up with a pop dot if you wanted to, or you can glue it directly on there. We'll do one with a pop dot and this one we'll just glue so you can kind of see the difference. So there's our little bird, and then we have a bigger bird. So there's actually 3 sizes of birds to this card. There's the large and the small, which I'm doing on this card, and then there is a medium one, and I'll show you that one. But they all go together the same way. Okay, now I'm going to glue my bird to the card base. And again, he's kind of hanging over the frame so it looks like it's outside of the frame. This kind of reminds me of a mommy and baby bird, maybe. Next, I'm going to take my sentiment, and I am going to pop this one up with some foam. You can glue it directly to it if you wanted to. So I'm just going to flip it over and get my foam tape, excuse me, and cut 3 thin pieces. So I have 3 thin pieces. I'm just going to put those on there. And then we'll go ahead and put that right up here. Peace, joy, and happiness. And now we have 4 snowflakes, and you can add as many as you want or none at all. I just thought it kind of added to this. I'm going to put one down here. I think I'll put one up here by the peace sign. Definitely put one down here by the bird, and I think I'll put both of them down here by the bird. Whoops. And you could put these up with pop dots too. In fact, I'm going to do that last one with a little bit of foam. It needs a skinny piece of foam though, because it's kind of tiny. You could also, I think if you had some brads or little epoxy dots, you could put in the middle of those. That would be really pretty. And there is our first card, peace, joy, and happiness. All right, so the second one is going to be with the medium bird, and this is the bird on a branch, and the sentiment with this is called holiday greetings. So with this, you get 3 snowflakes. 1, 2, 3. You have another floral. This one is kind of connected. You have another berry. You have the bird, which has the 3 pieces again. And then we have our holiday greeting. We have a tree branch, And this one has two background layers. It has the scalloped and it has the solid. And you can use both or one or none, whatever you prefer. And then again, of course, the card. And I've already gone ahead and scored that. So I'm going to take my background and I'm going to tape it to the front of the card. Just center it on there. And then we'll do the same with our scalloped. And any of these would be really pretty out of some printed paper too. I think like some snowflakes or something really light and dainty, Christmassy would be really pretty on here. So we're going to center that. And then we're going to add our tree. And the tree goes right to the edge of your mat. And then you'll want to put it up at an angle so that it doesn't go off of the card on this side. So if you do it straight across, it's going to be too big. So you want it at an angle. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of that. Just put that on the edge there and at the angle. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to take my, on this one, I think I did, nope, I did the leaves first. It doesn't really matter, but I put the leaves on first. And again, you want to make sure that it doesn't go off the edge of your card. And then we're going to do the holly, the berries. Oops, didn't get very much glue on that. A couple of spots. Just like that. Okay, let's go ahead and build our bird again. I'm going to take the body and glue it to the back piece. Oops, match that up, and it does match up. There we go. And this time I'm going to pop dot the wing, so I'm going to glue this right on the branch. And I'm going to put it on the lower branch. You can put it wherever you want him. And then let's go ahead and take some foam. For his wing. Oops. I'm going to peel that off. Just put it like that. There we go. I'm also going to put a piece of foam on this snowflake. Again, a smaller piece. There's my small piece from the last one. And I'm going to put this snowflake right over the top of where the holly berry and the leaves are, so that it kind of covers that where they're joined together. I'm going to put foam on my sentiment as well. So I need 3 of these. I'm going to put our holiday greetings right over here on the left side, just like that. And now I have these 2 other snowflakes. If you wanted to cut more, you could. I'm just going to glue these directly to the card. I'm going to put one up here on the top, and I think I'll put another one down here. And there is our holiday greetings. Isn't that fun? I hope the 2 different reds are showing up on camera. They're not showing up super great in my camera, so I hope when I put the video out they show. But anyway, there is our little bird on a branch, holiday greetings. The last one is probably my favorite, and that is the birdhouse. And it says Merry Christmas. And one thing to note, all of these are the same size, so you could interchange them. If you wanted Merry Christmas on the branch, you could put it on with the bird on the branch. They're all interchangeable. They're the same size. Okay, this one also has 3 snowflakes. It has our 3-layered bird. It has the leaves and some holly berry. And then it has another set of leaves up here. So this is single, and the ones that go on the bottom are double. Then we have another holly berry. So there's our berries, and then the leaves are, there's a background and 2 separate leaves. For the birdhouse, we have the perch, we have the frame and the hole. Then we have the roof and the scalloped roof, and you could use one or the other or both, doesn't matter. We have the actual birdhouse, and then we have another scalloped background and the card that's already been scored. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue my scallop background to the card. I'm running out of room over here. And just center that onto your card. And one thing to note, this scallop background is bigger than this scalloped background. So if you cut them all out, make sure you're getting the right ones. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and glue our birdhouse to the front of the card. Put it up a little bit, and then we can go ahead and build our birdhouse. So I'm going to take my scalloped edge and glue it on first, scalloped roof. And then I'm going to take my the solid roof piece, straight roof, and glue it on top there so that the only thing that shows through is the scallops. Then we want to take our circle, our door to the birdhouse, and the frame to the door. Use a glue that will dry clear because you are going to get some goobies on there. And now we can go ahead and add our holly right to that door. So I'm going to take the solid piece, and I did this out of darker green. I'm going to glue it right up here. And then I'm going to take my the leaves, and they have a little tiny cut in them on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Hold it really close. And they are the same, so you can put them, whoops, put it on the wrong side. You can put them, there we go, however you want them. There we go. too far for me to see around the camera stand. Okay, now I'm just gonna put my berries right there. And I forgot something really important. So this single leaf needs to go behind the house, and hopefully I've left some glue or a spot there that I could do that. So we're gonna just take this and slip it down. There we go. And you wanna make sure that it's not hanging off the edge of your card. Mine is a little bit because I glued the house down first. So do that first. Okay, now we can take our perch, excuse me, and I am going to put this up with pop dots again. So I'm just gonna cut 3 pieces again. Once again, I say this all the time, but you could just glue this directly to the card if you wanted to. You don't have to do the pop dots or the foam tape. And it's gonna go up right about there. Okay, let's go ahead and build our bird. So we have the 3 pieces. Oops, I'm out of the camera. And I'm just gonna put him right in there underneath where the perch is. And actually, I kind of want his wing down a little bit more. There we go, I like that a little bit better. Okay, now we're going to take our leaves. We're going to glue them to the perch. Take our berries and we're going to glue those. Okay, whoops. And then we can take one of our snowflakes and put it right over the center of where those 2 are. And if you want to, you can add a second one there, or you can add it somewhere else. I'm going to add the 3rd one right there. I think I will pop dot that, and I'm going to pop dot the same. So let me go ahead and get some foam tape. Right there. And we'll put 2 more pieces on this one. And we have our Merry Christmas. You could put it down on the bottom if you wanted to. I'm going to bring it up here and put it kind of across the roof. And there is our birdhouse, Merry Christmas, with our little red cardinal bird. So much fun. These are so fun, and I think they turned out really pretty. So there are 3 cards to get you going for your Christmas cards. I hope that you'll give these cards a try. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please hit subscribe down below so that you don't miss any of my videos. Give me a thumbs up and have a great day. Merry Christmas.